Toby and Will that we're gonna carry it over.
Okay.
So I don't need to sign up.
No, you're good.
Right, just wanna let you, trying to work on
Do you
these
know if
things
Shaw
behind
is-
the
Is
scenes.
Shaw coming up here?
I have not, I don't know, but we've been working and they're
Okay.
accepted our minutes. So
Okay.
they're just not ready yet.
So it's gonna be next week.
Okay.
Is that right?
I'm not very happy for it to never be, but I gave some amendments.
There's somebody here.
Yeah, okay.
Anybody signs up?
He'll say, he said it could be next week. I said, it could be next week.
You really? Dan.
It's like, unless you really want to. I was like, Cameron will probably be more helpful than I am. That's why I'm joking. Yeah. Totally. Not this. Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, you.
I did not know. I didn't know something about it. I was like, I don't think I was.
He's already here. What's that?
I'm proud of you.
What was that? I was screwing with it.
I agree.
But it also puts us, in my opinion, in better position to kind of handle some of this THC crap.
Because you know what? Everybody came down there for the public hearing, didn't talk about how they like their hemp rope or clothing.
All their THC.
It was all talking about their health issues they were feeling. Hey, Donnie.
Hello.
Tim Nelson.
Tim, how you doing?
I'm
man?
good, buddy.
Yeah. My fam's cool. Has anybody talked to you about your bill, including? You got one?
I'm gonna tell you, I'm sick of Jefferson County. Water again?
Trying to hold true to my word in negotiation with them. I just didn't want to be bringing all these other things in because they went in on good faith and they're just dealing with high voltage transmission. Donna came with us.
Like, I don't even know, like, I don't know what else to call it. That's honestly very interesting. I was not aware of the it's very exciting. Learn something new. Say, yeah.
several times. I had a senior senator, tell me, oh, what's up, don't take that crap off, blah, blah, blah. Oh, man. Donnie, my right, some of these other ones, send you in the damn machine. I sit back and laugh.
He's already had a feel for me, so he's heard all of me. He wants to hear from me.
Man, just take care of them. Till I don't.
Dan, that's what I want. If I didn't believe it, I would have voted no on that bill. There was a war going on inside my body. That was on the floor, I'm assuming.
John, every time I read that, Yes, Cora?
All right, if you call the meeting to order, Ms. Clerk, if you'll call the roll.
Senator Butler, Senator Carnley, Senator Chasteen, Senator Coleman, Senator Figures, Senator Gavan, Senator Hatcher, Senator Hovey, Senator Kelley, Senator Melson, Senator Roberts, Senator Sessions, Senator Weaver, Senator Bell.
Here, good timing. All right, I'm gonna call out of order Representative Sales, HB 505. I know you got a committee to get to, and try to get you out here as quick as we possibly can.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 505 is a combination bill. Actually, it adds the 30 days to the final time you have to make an appeal on your final assessment on your tax appeal. And at the same time, personnel saw that this would be a good time to put in about the tax tribunal judges. They actually get paid through a code, and when it was set up and their salary schedule was put in the code, so they think this is a appropriate time to pull it out and make it in line with everyone else. And that
All
also
right,
makes.
have a motion for a favorable. We have a second. Clerk, if you'll call the roll. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I appreciate that.
Keep talking, you may mess up.
I understand.
Senator Butler, Senator Carnley, Senator Chasteen, Senator Coleman, Senator Figures, Senator Gavan,
Aye.
Senator Hatcher, Senator Hovey, Senator Kelley, Senator Melson, Senator Roberts, Senator Sessions, Senator Weaver, Senator Bell.
Aye. Thank you, sir. Favorable.
I think that's the first time I passed a Senate committee with all the ayes.
You just had a good committee
I
today.
did, thank you.
All right. Next, we'll be going back to the top of the.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I appreciate the opportunity to bring this bill. So this is a bill that is part of the energy package bill. Requested that we have a little additional time to work with all parties, and I just first want to say thank you to both sides to.
We have a favorable. Let me give Rachel just a minute before she don't throw something at me.
Yeah,
Not today.
I've got the sub.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Leave to the subs. Let's get to the substitute before we do favorable.
So I have a sub here that incorporates some of the changes from the original bill.
Okay. We have, all right, Melson on the sub, and Kelley on the second on the sub. And anybody want to use any objection to previous roll on the sub? All right, now we're on to the bill as substituted. Melson is a favorable. Kelley is a second. Anybody object to previous roll? We're on a roll. All right. Thank you. All right. 481, we're carrying over till next week. There's still a work in progress on that. And now we're to SB 307, Senator Kelley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members. And I have an amendment to offer here as well. This bill is a fairly straightforward bill. It would require online publication of financials, of audits, monthly expenditures, and budgets of counties and municipalities. One of the things we've seen through the sunset process is there's a need for that becoming more and more evident. This would kind of put it similar in line with what the state has. But in doing so, we found out a couple of things we didn't know when we drafted this bill, so we have an amendment that I would like to offer. And what it does is delay the effective date to comply for those that don't have internet service until October 1st, 2028, or do not have a website, to give them time to comply. After talking with Senator Singleton, there's some outlying areas that are waiting to get some internet and those types of things set up. And then it allows for, in the meantime, till they have those set up, an avenue for in the municipality or the county to come in for anyone that wants that information to have access to it. So I would offer the amendment.
Okay. Carnley, favorable. Hovey, second. All right. Anybody object to using previous roll, or no objection? We'll use previous roll. Now we're to the bill as amended. Sessions, favorable. And Hovey, a second. Any objection to? All right. Oh no, I'm sorry. We got a public hearing on this one. She just slipped. One person did. Mr. Beck, come on up before we do the. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr.
2
Chairman.
minutes.
Thank you, committee. My name is Caleb Beck, Legislative Counsel for the Alabama League of Municipalities, and I'm here to speak in opposition to Senate Bill 307. Before I get started, I want to express my gratitude to the sponsor for showing a willingness to work with us and to address some of our concerns. At the outset, I wanted to make it clear that the League supports policies and procedures that uphold transparent and accountable government. However, the League opposes costly and cumbersome procedures that can and should be addressed at the local level. The League's first area of concern is the resource burden this new requirement will place on our cities. For example, our smallest cities might lack the technical expertise or staff to frequently format and upload these types of documents. Municipal clerks, especially in small cities or towns, are asked to wear many hats. This is yet another hat that will fall on the heads of our clerks. A lot of these clerks are volunteer or part-time. The next issue I would like to make is if residents want this information available or published, it should be addressed at the local level. A lot of our larger cities in the state already post this information on their website. However, a lot of our smaller cities do not have a website. The last study that we did, about 30% of our municipalities do not have a website currently. Mandating all cities to post this information online does not account for local context. What works for a large metropolitan area may not be feasible or useful in a small rural town. That is why this decision is best made at the local level. Not only is Senate Bill 307 cumbersome, but it's also unnecessary because those that have a legitimate interest in inspecting and reviewing this information can do so by filing a public records request. Under the new public records law that passed last year, public record requests must be processed and responded to in a timely manner according to state law. Public records requests are a tried and true mechanism for public engagement and government transparency, especially with the new timeframes put into place by the new law passed last year. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right. Now, Senator Sessions had favorable, Hovey second. Any discussion? Use previous roll unless there's any objection. All right. That concludes. We carried over the rest of the bills till next week, so that's the end of it. It's supposed to be a long calendar, turned out short. See y'all next week, maybe. Thank you.
Well, and I was. Just. Well, we.
Surprise to a lot of people.
Whoa, I thought you were bowing. I'm furthest away.
I needed a defibrillator.